Who's moderator of the session? They are the judges, no? Deepak has not come. It's 11, already running late, yeah. Huh? Why you judge or not? Okay. Okay, then I'm not judging, huh? Not. We'll judge simultaneously. Yeah. This is for marking for you. Oh, this is for you. No, you don't have the marking sheet. This is for marking. Okay. Very good morning to one and all of you. This is session? No, this is the session 3. Session 3. Chairperson is Dr. Sucheta, Dr. Co-Chair is Dr. Parvez Siddiq, and moderator is yet to join. And the judges are Dr. Vineet Ratra, myself, Dr. Ajay Sharma, and Dr. Arun Sangvi. Now we go on to our first speaker, Dr. John Davis Akara, is he here? He taken, huh? 11 to 12. No, I have the right one. I have the right one. Yeah. You don't have. Give him this. John Davis Akara, are you there? He hasn't come yet. Okay, Dr. Santosh. He's going to be presenting on innovative, what is that, OT? FGE, superior to OPD, FGE, non-absorbing post-vitrectomy rebleed. Okay. You get it.
So respected chairman, co-chairman, moderator and judges, very good morning to one and all. I am going to present a video with voice on. Please play the video. It's a very innovative technique of OT, fluid gas exchange or fluid air exchange we can call.
Technique of OPD-FG that I call as OT-FG. Now in this video, using a 26 gauge bent needle through the sclerotomy site in the horizontal meridian, and I am using fluid air exchange. FG port is used to inoculate the air with pressure inside the vitreous cavity, which is on the nasal side. You can see the 26 gauge needle, and on the temporal side the needle is open, and 30 to 40 pressure is set for fluid air exchange. And now you can see the blood is drained from the temporal side. So pressure is well maintained. Patient is in lying down position. You can utilize microscope light and the magnification, and moreover the advantage at the end, you can inject anti-VEGF intravitreally. See, the magnification and light very well used, and patient is little bit turned on the temporal side, so that the drainage will be more. Now this is the fluid air exchange tube which is attached to the FG port on the console. So thank you very much for your patient listening. This is the modified OPD-FG that I call as OT-FG. The advantage is that it can be done in lying down position as against OPD-FG which is done in sitting posture. It is cumbersome for the patient as well as doctor, and you have to perform with the help of indirect ophthalmoscope, and IOP is fluctuating. You cannot monitor it, and also you cannot inject anti-VEGF injection in OPD-FG cases. So it has a good modification in a vitrectomized recurrent hemorrhage, vitreous hemorrhage cases in diabetic, proliferative diabetic retinopathy cases. Thank you very much for your patient listening.
Thank you, sir.
Any retina person here? Yes.
You are making two ports.
Yeah.
So you can make extra one port, and you can do a complete fluid air exchange, because if you're going to give a half an inch needle inside, so it will not completely drain. So the posterior, part of the vitreous cavity will still be having the blood. That will not be cleared, right? So it will not do a complete evacuation of blood from the vitreous cavity, this procedure.
No, just it is a vitrectomized eye.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there is a pressure inside the vitreous cavity that will automatically drain the fluid from blood from the vitreous cavity.
No, only till
because of the pressure only.
Yeah, only till the tip of the needle. But what about the blood which is collected below the level of the needle? Because it will not be over
Because of the
disc.
pressure, it will be drained.
No. Over the disc it will not
And
be.
the aim is around 80 to 90% we want the drainage. 10 to 20%, even if it remains, it won't create any problem because it will get absorbed with the time.
No. Instead of that, you can put a third port and evacuate 100% of the blood.
But we have to then attach everything. We need all the vitreous instrument then. So it's a big procedure.
No.
Just as against OPD-FG, we are modified our technique.
No, when you're
In a
bringing-
sterile environment, we are doing in OT.
Right.
Yeah, and also we can inject the anti-VEGF. That is very much required in such cases.
Any more chances of infections here? Because I think you're doing it with the 26 gauge needle, 30 gauge needle.
Yeah, 26, 30 gauge.
So,
any needle
don't you think there will be more chances of infections?
infection?
Yeah.
No. We are doing in a sterile, we are in OT only we are doing this all the technique, and is in sterile environment. As against OPD-FG, that is done in OPD. So that is more, I think, infection pro.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much. We go on to our next speaker. Has Dr. John Davis come back? No. We go on to next speaker, Dr. Mukesh Dholakia, who's going to be talking on versatile and universal IOL injector adapter for motorized IOL injection.
Thank you, AIOS, and good morning to the judges and chairperson. I'm going to speak on versatile and universal IOL injector adapter for motorized IOL injection. Next, यहीं से ही करना है. We have applied patent for this innovation. Motorized IOL injector system injects the lens into the eye after completing the phacoemulsification of cataractous lens. It has smooth and controlled IOL delivery, so most IOL delivery related complications can be avoided. Injector is operated by foot switch, leaving both the hands free for better maneuverability and precise positioning of cartridge for smooth IOL delivery into the eye. We have motorized IOL injector known by Alcon AIOC2024. Alcon company is manufacturing such IOL delivery system, but it is meant to be used for specific brand of lens. It comes with phaco machine console, very bulky, and is too expensive to be afforded by small setup of any novice or veteran eye surgeon. Purpose of my innovation of adapter, it is not a motorized IOL injector, so it doesn't infringe any company's right, but it is IOL injector adapter, so it can be used for any brand of IOL, any injector combinations. Method, we have used 12-watt small DC powered motor, a metal adapter and actuator is made. And the advantage is it can adapt any IOL injector, so any company's IOL injector can be converted to motorized IOL injector. No heavy investment, sleek, lightweight, standalone unit. It's versatile, so any company's lens and injector combinations can be used. So this, may I have the pointer over here? Okay. So this is, sorry. Laser pointer. Yes. So this is my two versions, and this is motorized IOL injector. This is prototype version 1, and this is prototype version 2. Here this is motor. This is 12-watt motor. This is actuator, and plunger is attached to the actuator, and this is a lens injector. So any lens can be fitted to this adapter, and that injector will be converted to the motorized IOL injector. This is version 2. The something is changed, but practically same. We will see more in videos. And we have developed dedicated power supply with forward and reverse movement of the plunger. And let us see how version 1 इसको प्ले कैसे करते हैं? प्ले वीडियो है? यस. एंड वॉइस इसका आवाज, हाँ आवाज बढ़ाओ प्लीज. सो द इंजेक्टर इज इन एक्शन. वी हैव प्रेस द फुट स्विच एंड आवाज मुझे नहीं आता. कैन यू लिसन द साउंड? कैन यू प्लीज? क्या हो गया? आप ही प्ले कर लो ना प्लीज. So motor, I mean foot switch is being pressed and lens is being injected by motorized IOL injector. So see, so many times I'm manipulating the cartridge as per my need and the injection is completed. And next video, can you please play from there? Play all 3 videos. My second version is there. All 3 videos play. And different lens injector we have used. We have tried almost 5 or 6. And the bottom one is Technis lens injector. And the right upper one is outside view of the lens is being injected. This is the over of next. So applying the same principle, we can make injector adapter for CTR, IPCL, DM, so many uses. Next, please. Our innovation is universal and versatile and has vast scope of applications. Thank you, and I wish everybody, each and every OT will get IOL motorized IOL injection. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Any questions?
So this would be for a 3-piece, for a single piece
Any,
lens.
sir, any. See, I have device adapter, not injector, not cartridge, no lens modification, nothing. Any injector you come with and fit it to the adapter. So your injector will be converted into the motorized IOL injector.
Okay.
That's it.
So it's only for the plunge type, not the screw type.
Sir, you can stop, you can reverse, you can forward. See, why screw type came into the market, sir?
For more control.
For more control. You wanted control, you wanted to stop somewhere, you wanted to restart. Everything is possible with motorized IOL injection.
You are imparting,
So that, please, sir.
imparting a propulsive force to that, to the injector.
That's
Yeah, it is a motor. It is a motor and actuator is developed.
how it doesn't happen in a jerk, huh? It is a smooth.
No,
journey.
sir. No, you can adjust the speed of the control. If you want 15-second IOL injection, you can. If you want 30-second IOL injection, you can. So we have, it is a dedicated power supply. So we have what we call rheostat to control the speed of the motor also.
Sir, just one question. Any complications you had during this?
Yes, sir. I wanted this question to be asked by my judges. There were some teething problems. We cannot say complications. Most teething problem occurred in vitro study. So before I applied into the in vivo, means during the surgery, it was not a complication. So all practically teething problems solved outside OT, in vitro. This is not the first version I came and it worked. So before this project was there in my mind since 5-6 years. I was not getting proper motor. I was not getting proper screw type. I was not getting proper actuator. These all are engineering terms, but I was not getting all that thing.
And what
Finally, I came it with.
What are the costs, sir?
Sir, at this moment, it has costed me 1,000, 2,000 rupees for motor and all these things. But I have not given to any vendor. I have applied for the patent. But it will not cost more than 10, 15,000 rupees. With compared to your Centurion machine and all these things, and you have to use only one type of the lens. Here you can do anything. Please, if judges permit.
Yeah, sure.
Hand control is better than the foot control, no? Because if you feel hardness, you can stop at that moment because something is wrong with the IOL loading. That means.
Sir, hand control is definitely better than full control because there is a tactile feedback. What we call is tactile feedback. Here, you are not using 1,000 type of the lens in your armament. Okay? All the lens which you use practically your known brand, and you see tactile feedback you need when it is a different type of the IOL which you are not used to use it once. One thing. Second thing, any hard lens can be tackled by the torque of this machine. So it will not stuck in between. So that's what I told. What I say, all teething problem, I tackled outside OT first, and then I came down with this. I'm using this 4-5 months, and it's a pleasure. It's like driving an automatic car with compared to the manual car. If a person who jumps from manual to automatic, he will never start automatic car unless he is a sport person.
We have to conclude, Dr. Mukesh. Would you want to show your next presentation also now?
Yeah, that's
because
what my compulsion.
Two others are not there. So again, Dr. Mukesh should be showing another innovation: real-time toric IOL aligner axis marker.
You will please play the video. This is video with audio, so I don't have to speak anything from here. Audio little bit loud, please.
Hi, Dr. Mukesh Tolakia. We do have filed patent for this innovation. This is my toric lens aligner front and side view. Description of toric lens aligner. It has a 360-degree protractor ring with notch for entry into the anterior chamber. Protractor ring has marking of axis with 1 degree spacing between each degree mark. It has a spur of 3.5 to 4 millimeter length and 0.6 to 0.7 millimeter thickness facing downwards and having 20-degree projection with horizontal plane of protractor which helps to stabilize the ball during surgery. It has a fixed or detachable handle. Let's do a case study. We have steps to follow like toric planar, pre-operative corneal axis marking either by landmark or by pen marking, intraoperative side port marking at 120 and 60 degree and intraoperative real-time toric IOL alignment. After having decided to do toric IOL implantation for patient, we need to have a toric planar and we take help of Barrett toric calculator. This calculator shows the IOL should set at 163 degrees. Pre-operative corneal axis marking. There are various apps on smartphone for corneal landmark or axis identification and marking. Out of all, we prefer to use Crystal Toric app. App shows there is a blood vessel at 99 degrees. That is a corneal reference mark. Intraoperative side of marking at 60 and 120 degrees. This is very important and crucial step. With reference to that pre-operative corneal landmark which was at 99 degree, in the reference to 99 degree we use Mendes marker and find out 60 degree and 120 degree and put little ink marking at that point. There the side port will be there. Intraoperative real-time toric IOL alignment using our tool. My newly developed real-time toric aligner is in action. Once the irrigation aspiration is completed, all whisk are removed, we introduce toric lens aligner into the eye through one side port by a spur. Protractor ring is now set 360 degree parallel to the limbus and globe is stabilized and we can maneuver the globe also. With the help of irrigating cannula, IOL can be easily maneuvered, easily rotated. We can see there is a 1 degree spacing between each axis marking. Now, in this fashion, we can align the toric lens as per desired axis because we have 360 degree protractor post-operative IOL axis location into the eye. We take a snapshot of determination image of an eye in our autorefractometer. Crystal toric app will help to depict the exact IOL position into the capsular bag. So this lens is set at 164 degree. Post-operative reflective result. Practically all set and 00 is there. Advantage is it's a real-time toric lens aligner, can be compared with other sophisticated, very expensive software and equipment-dependent image-guided systems. Yet, simple, least expensive, least complicated, user-friendly mechanical tool. There are other uses where you need corneal axis location in concern
So this is, I'm doing opposite section OSSI with the use. Thank you.
Nice presentation. Any questions?
Any question? I have all the tools with me. Anybody want to see? Judges?
No, your video was quite explanatory. Thank you. We shall go on to our next speaker, Dr. Shishir Varghese. Dr. Shishir? Oh.
My name is Lydia.
What is your name? Oh no, it's Dr. Shishir Varghese. He will be talking on glow port. On to you, Dr. Shishir. I think you are Dr. Anjali. You will go next.
Video hai.
Certificate. We'll give certificate to all of you once the presentation gets over.
Nahi, video.
And it'll be nice if somebody takes photographs. Please keep your presentation ready so that you don't waste time. You could have your thing connected. Can you present now? Okay. After Anjali, Dr. Ravindra is there. So your video is submitted. Okay. So we will wait for Dr. Shishir's presentation to be loaded. In the interim, Dr. Anjali Kadia was going to be presenting on force duction test, easy to learn. On to you, Dr. Anjali.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Anjali, and I am going to present the force duction test, easy to learn. So I have no financial interest in this presentation. So force duction test should be performed before any strabismus surgery, and it is very difficult to deliver in classroom session without an actual demonstration. So here we demonstrate force duction test using a physical model made by in-house by using a commonly available materials. So here we are using a transparent plastic ball, Christmas box that is easily available in the Amazon, and color paper with the graphic fundus display, crepe bandage to mimic the muscles, anesthesia face masks for the rotation of the eyeballs, transparent glass for the stand, and the study lamp with the flexible arm for the superior oblique muscles hook. So first, how to differentiate between the paralytic and the spastic strabismus. Here we make the eye isotropic, and then movement of abduction and adduction. So here is freely movement. So it is the force duction ability negative. So here second is MR muscle is restriction here. So with adduction there is no restriction, but in abduction there is a muscle is restriction there. So this is force duction test positive. So because but in superior oblique muscles there is difficult to understand. That is called our force exaggeration test or force traction test. So let's see. First three steps it is full retroplace of the globe, so that the optic nerve is compressed and muscle will be contract. Second is rotate towards the nasal side, so that again the muscle will be contract. Third one is rotate supranasally and followed by supratemporally, that is muscle will be contract. So we see our in model. So when I compress here, so optic nerve will compress here, and the muscle here is contract here, and towards the nasal side more contraction here. Then supratemporally and supranasally followed by supratemporally, there is maximum contraction of the superior oblique muscles. We make the eye Brown syndrome by like that, and it is introverted and hypotropia. So teach them it is what happened in the Brown syndrome in the intraoperative fourth generation test. So a study was conducted to determine the efficacy of our model-based learning, and it's create a good impact and improve grasping ability also. So here I conclude that it helps to the residents to improve surgical skill as well as the theoretical and practical knowledge. Thank you.
Yeah, I have one question, Anjali. It's
Yes,
good thought process which you have given. The thing is, instead of just giving those thread-like things, those things can be made something like an elastic thing where you're just sewing it. But can the students themselves also learn and do it? So that tug and thing, if they get it, that will be more improvised.
Better, ma'am.
Yeah.
We are using here hand because the eyeball is bigger.
Yeah.
We try the forceps, but it's bigger and the more force is needed.
No, I'm just saying it. This is a good idea. So you can go and improve
Yes, ma'am.
on
Sure,
it.
ma'am.
So this
Sure.
is what you are demonstrating. So
Sure.
we can have something like an elastic band, which will help them to get that tug. That is
Sure,
what.
ma'am.
So that will be a.
Sure, ma'am. Next time.
Thank you. We go, is Dr. Shishir ready? So Dr. Shishir will show glow port.
इस पे स्विच करना
So, good morning, everybody, esteemed judges. I'll be doing my presentation on GlowPort, a novel, innovative fluorescent device for vitreoretinal surgeries. So, as you know, retina surgeons are used to operating in extremely dim light or dark room. So, we use the microscope light only for a brief period of time when we are putting the infusion cannula and we are putting the 2 ports, and then after that the microscope light is no use for us. We go inside and then the microscope light is switched off, and then we do our retinal and putting the lens, and we go in and do our retinal surgical procedures. But sometimes when you want to exchange the instruments, we cannot see because the light is off, and then we need to switch on the light again, and then after switching it on again, we again need to go inside, and then that keeps happening repeatedly multiple times during the vitreoretinal surgical procedures. So we needed a constant illumination, which is not possible, and microscope light needs to be repeatedly switched on and off. So that was our problem statement. So we needed a frugal tool providing illumination for instrument exchange in VR surgery without constantly switching on and off the light of the microscope. And hence we came up with GlowPort. Oh, volume.
This is the GlowPort, a 3D printed phosphorescent glow device. This is compactly fitted over a 25-gauge trocar cannula as shown. The glow device can be pre-fitted and placed over the trocar. After placing the infusion cannula, both the superior cannulas are placed with the glow device on it. The glow port is then exposed to light from the microscope as well as from the endo illuminator. If you have a green laser filter, you won't be able to capture the phosphorescence in your microscope camera. Under mesopic or dim room light conditions, we visualize the glow port glowing in the dark. The glow port, with its property of phosphorescence or glow in the dark, helps us in smooth and efficient instrument exchanges during surgery without having to repeatedly switching on and off the microscope light. The photoluminescence or glow stays for 10 to 15 minutes and it regains its glow after a very brief exposure to the endo illuminator light, as is seen here. Ocular touch errors and effective surgical time is reduced for experienced as well as novice VR surgeons.
So we designed a phosphorescent glow-in-the-dark trocar cannula for smoother instrument exchange, and it was utilized in real VR surgical mesopic conditions. So to conclude, it's a frugal, inexpensive, 3D printed novel tool, good source of illumination, smooth instrument exchanges can be done, reduction in ocular touch errors, and reduction also in the procedure time, beneficial for both experienced as well as neophytes, VR surgeons. So thank you.
Thank you. That was nice presentation.
Thank you.
Now, Dr. Naresh, you have anything to ask?
How much does this cost?
20 rupees for 4 pieces. Yes, sir. actually the endo-illuminated light is there inside. That will provide a little bit illumination. But but you know the area where you are going to go.
No, that area will be known even without that ring also, number one. And number two, at the time of sometimes you need to hold the rim with the forceps to either insert or remove it.
Yeah.
So that time you will be removing it, the ring.
No, while removing it, you can remove it with the forceps.
So you have to remove it.
After the surgical procedure, you can remove the...
Okay. But still the dark area of the port is still persisting in spite of the ring.
No, there is no dark area. I mean,
No, the central area is dark actually.
The central area is where the trocar is. That the endo-illuminated light, if it's on, switched on inside, then that will show the light outside.
No, but in a valved cannula, you will not get that light back. Non-valved, yes. In valved system, you will not get that illumination.
Yeah, but still central area, I mean, you know where it is exactly.
No, without that rim also, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Thank you.
Very difficult to thank God Dr. Naresh is not judging. Thank you very much, Dr. Naresh, for your inputs. We go on to our last speaker, Dr. Ravindra, who's going to talk on a simple DIV toric IOL technique with use of clinical photographs.
I thank the committee and the judges for the opportunity. Why toric IOL implantations are considered difficult by surgeons? Among many various exacting techniques are required, and many of these techniques extract a lot of our energies. And expectations of the patients being high and journey being fraught with obstacles and uncertainties, why not take an innovative and reliable do-it-yourself approach with use of simple clinical photography, landmark marking, printouts or photographs taken before going into the operation theater. For the tech savvy, we can have a digital protractor with the Excel spreadsheets and otherwise a printer and the plastic protractors also. So this is our innovation, and those are all available in the market. Photography, Excel spreadsheet. These are the basic things that are required, and then our innovation is required. How we made the protractor is by use of the photoshopping, and then it comes onto the eye. An image taken out of a videograph comes in very easily, less tension for the patient, less tension for the optometrist. We have multiple selections possible. It could be a video from a phone also. Of course, the head position and everything should be perfect. This is the work being done by the optometrist or us on the Excel sheet. And then with these printouts or screenshots, we move into the OT. Demonstrating first case, where marking on the dial from the reference chart, the dial itself is marked. We already know where are the markings. So we can go right ahead and mark the IOL axis. And also here the incision position is being confirmed. And once the IOL is implanted, this is a hybrid IA being used actually by me. The IOL is positioned. A second case where marking can be done directly on the cornea according to the readings from the clinical photograph comes when we become comfortable with this technique and when the patients are cooperative. And adding very little time to the phaco. Now we are able to do with as less as 3 to 4 minutes of additional time after the phaco. Of course, the background work will be required, and we don't have to worry about the fading marks and we don't have to invest huge amounts of money also. And outcomes post-operatively also can be checked and verified, and I'm open for questions.
Dr. Ajay, you have anything to add? Yes.
App, it is there, it is practically free of cost.
Yes, yes.
I'm Dr. Mukesh Dolakia and Dr. Girish Jetfai, both of us did the same app almost 10 years back, and still it is there on smartphone. So without doing anything, you just use the app and click the picture and you will get the protractor on it. And there are other apps also, iToric, and there is another app. There are 2-3 apps I'm using, and out of all,
the advantage here will be that we don't have to use the app, and the photograph quality can be better. Of course, the apps are also giving better quality of photographs now.
No, that's what I'm.
So it is just another way to add to the so many other ways, and
the original was Gonio Trans actually.
Yeah.
The first came out with the name was Gonio Trans, and after that all this app came out.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think it is an alternative to the app which you are
Yes, alternative to
answer your questions.
The
give the answers.
So have you seen, sir, anything to do with any head tilt or anything with the position of the patient is not correct? Have you seen anything is going
Yeah, we have to ensure that the photo is taken with the perfect position of the patient. Otherwise, the head tilt will add to the errors.
Yeah, sometimes because one
Yes.
photo which we are showing,
is
it was
part of
taken from the
no.
side. So
Yeah,
those all things has to be taken.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ravindra.
Thank you.
Nice presentation. We'll just hand over the certificates. I would request Dr. Parvez and Dr. Ajay to hand over. I'm also calling our panelists, a moderator, Dr. Sucheta Parija, who will take a photograph. But you'll have to give it to them, no? Immediately somebody can give. Come. Thank you. Doctor, go and take. Sucheta? नहीं का है हाँ Dr. Ajay, you will give to Dr. Parvez. Dr. Vineet Ratra. Ajay. Dr. Ajay Sharma. Dr. Parvez. Dr. Santosh. Dr. Ajay. Dr. Mukesh. Yeah, we'll take it. Dr. Parvez Singh. Please stay back, we'll have a group photograph. Dr. Shilpa is not there. Dr. Mukesh, wait for be there. डॉक्टर शिशिर 2 फोटोग्राफ चाहिए उनको डॉक्टर शिशिर डॉक्टर अंजलि कार्डियर did she present? She's there, Dr. Dr. Ravindra.
All you. So now all Dr. Chitra ma'am is there. So all of us
Yes. stand in front and have a photograph together?